Hey everyone, it's Ron from Cali Fabric. I got a great group of dead stock cotton silk lawns, perfect for summer, as well as a huge group of dead stock Jacob Cohën denim. I'm so excited to show these some great color denim, some great stretch denim in here. Let's take a look. All right, we're getting started with these silk cotton lawns. These are a really beautiful blend. We've had fabrics like this before. They're very, very lightweight and airy, kind of a nice soft sheen to them, but still has that dry cottony hand. These are really fabulous for linings in the summer because silk cotton, it just breathes incredibly well. It's going to be cool, but still has that little bit of slickness. So it's something that kind of will move with your garment, and add that little bit extra that you need with a lining without being bulky. Great for things that if you're lining something that needs to be a little bit more airy, not have that heavy drape. It is very, very nice and airy. These are really pretty, and these have always just been really popular when we've gotten them in. So I was pretty thrilled actually that we were able to get a nice grouping of colors. So this is the black, this is kind of a warm white, kind of ivory or off-white, a light tan. We have the mint, this really pretty jade. This kind of like limey Kelly green is just beautiful. Kind of a sherbet orange here, really nice soft color, and then this really pretty bold red. I can pull this one out too. But yeah, these are just really nice, kind of semi-opaque, semi-sheer cotton silk wovens. Again, just really nice, airy, breathable, great quality on these. And these I think are going to be really popular. They'll probably sell out in the next little while. They're pretty big rolls, like this black. Is this 120 yards here? So it's not going to sell out this weekend, but I do think these will probably sell out midsummer because they're just a great warm weather fabric to keep around. All right, and here is the denim group. All right, here I think it's a total of 42 denims that we're adding this week, and a really nice variety. So we'll start here. So there are at least 6 black denims, which is nice because we don't always get a lot of those. And in this group, especially, there's actually more stretch denims than we've gotten from Cohen in the past, which is really great. I've talked about him before, but Cohen is a very kind of like a luxury jean company. Look them up. They make beautiful stuff, and they really major on quality. A lot of the denims they use are milled in Italy and Japan. That's where these ones will have all come from. So just top quality, kind of world-class denim here. So I'll just kind of go over the whole group. These are kind of piled up, so I may not be able to pull out each one without kind of wrestling them around, but we'll pick and choose and see some really great stuff here. So the thing I always like about these Cohen groups is there's a great variety. So you've got like this is like a stretch denim with a little bit of a slub. Here you have another denim, which is a tiny bit of stretch, but more of a smooth surface. And then you have something like this, which is also a denim, but I did a burn test on this one because this one feels like it would have a nylon blend. It is not a nylon blend, it's all cotton, but it is just so crisp. This would be really cool for a jacket. It's got a lot of body, really stiff, so something kind of crisp and tailored would be really cool out of this. And here you have just kind of a heftier classic black denim. The blacks, all of these blacks are really, really nice and rich. They really use the best dyeing techniques in terms of longevity and all of that. These should keep their color as well as possible. Here we have kind of an all black, almost a bull denim. There is a two-tone there still with the lighter threads, but this one almost reads like a pure black denim rather than a traditional black denim. Really pretty. This one here is cool. This is a warmer black because it has kind of those tan cross threads. And yeah, more of a slubby texture. Let's see, this one has stretch. Tiny bit of stretch. So a lot of these have like 5% stretch, which is the tiniest amount of spandex. But with jeans, it can really make a difference on the comfort level and how well they move with you. So still appropriate for a fitted pair of jeans, not necessarily jeggings or pull-on pants, but you could do like a slim fit pair of jeans and it'd be really wonderful. This is really, really nice. This one almost has a linen-y vibe to it. Really actually very, very soft, kind of ash gray color. And more of a, this is really more of a chambray weave, like a heavy chambray type denim. Really, really pretty. This one I think will sell out because that's really pretty. Here's another gray. This is a kind of a dark medium gray. A heather, again, just let's see. I think this one just has still that little bit of 5% stretch. I mean, if that, just a little bit of give across the width. See, here's another gray. This is a richer gray. This one has kind of like a little luxurious sheen to it. Really cool. This would make a great. I mean, I was about to say this is going to make a great pair of jeans. All of these will make a great pair of jeans. Again, just that little bit of stretch that goes a long way. This is really pretty. This is like a slate blue gray color. The back is a richer blue. You could do cool contrast stuff out of this. But this is the back and this is the face. Has a little bit of a sheen. Like I said, it's a blue. It's a gray with a blue cast, or blue with a gray cast, however you want to see it. But I'm going to call this like a dark slate. Really, really pretty denim and really unusual color. Yeah, this one I thought was pretty special. Here we have a really pretty rich kind of dark indigo navy, but this one has kind of like a burgundy cross thread. You kind of see like a dusty burgundy cross thread, which makes it really interesting. Like, just adds a little bit of extra color depth to it. So it's not just a flat navy. It just has that little bit of extra depth that makes these interesting. And that's really, I think, when you're talking luxury denims, that's what you're looking for. It's just that each of these denims has something a little bit extra and a little bit special about them, and that makes them so much fun. Okay, this is very similar to one that I got either the last group or the first group of Cohen denims. It sold out really quickly. It's this beautiful warm tan. This one has a nice stretch, so maybe 15, 20% stretch on the width. Very great usable denim. This one I expect to sell out quickly. And then this one I also think might be a restock from the last group, but I don't have the other one to see if they're the same weight, if they're the same exact denim. So I'm adding this again as a new product. But if you remember that two-tone with the bright red and the indigo, kind of that reversible, because this really is a true reversible denim. That's what this one is. Again, I mean, maybe a little bit of give, really no stretch on this one. But such a cool denim. I love that. I love the contrast there. So many fun things you can do and really be fun just to kind of experiment with. Going here, got another dark navy. This one has great stretch. This one, there's a few that have something like 25% stretch. Once you start getting into the 20 and 25% stretch, then you really are looking at potentially something you could use for pull-on pants or like skinny jeans, like something really, really, it's gonna be a little bit more snug. This one has great stretch. It's kind of a dark navy. Here we have like a tan indigo, nice hefty midweight, 10 to 12 ounces. A majority of these are going to be like that 10 to 12 ounce range that we find from them often. Some things are a little bit lighter, some things are a little heavier, but that's really what you're expecting on most of these is 10 to 12 ounces. So very, very usable for something like a jean jacket, for shorts, for pants, things like that. Obviously, we're going into summer, so if you're looking at shorts or like overall shorts, stuff like that, like these are great. This one here is one of the lighter ones. This one probably borders on 8 or 9 ounces. Really soft, pretty slub texture there. The dark, this one's a really nice, dark, rich, with like that kind of streaky slub, which I love. I love this kind of a denim look. Really pretty. Again, just that tiny bit of stretch. A lot of these, I think a majority of these actually are stretch denims this time, which the last couple of times we've gotten Cohen denims, they haven't been. But like I said, just that 5%. This one is not a stretch denim. This one is not a stretch denim. These are both hefty, dark indigo, classic 10 to 12 ounce denims. Just really, really beautiful. Going to be wonderful to work with. Go down over here. A lot of the lower shelf here is going to be the indigo denims. These all vary just a little bit by texture, by weight. This is a little bit lighter. This one has a little bit of stretch. The last one did not. This one here is a more true blue, like a classic indigo rather than a dark indigo. Really nice and rich. I got a good number of things in this more true blue, like medium blue indigo, which is really, really nice because I don't always get a lot of those either. Another dark indigo, nice hefty weight here on this one. These two here are not the same, but they're very similar. Again, this is a very, very classic. This reminds me of like your classic like 501 Levi's, just a little bit elevated, a little bit of a sheen, but very, very classic denim look. I like this a lot. I especially like this for if you want to make something like a jean jacket. I think this would be a fantastic denim jacket. Again, another one with a little bit of that stretch, a warmer cross thread on this one. Really pretty texture. What's going on with this one here? Dark indigo, more of a streaky texture. This one again, 5% or so stretch, a little bit of slubs. Love it. This one's cool. I love the selvage on this one. It's just the little details like this that I think this selvage is cool. I try to work this in somewhere if I could. It is not a selvage denim. But it does have that really cool selvage stripe. This is really cool. Again, more of a chambray weave because it's a square weave. It is not a twill weave. Really pretty texture, really great weight. This to me screams like more like a chore jacket. This would be an amazing pair of shorts because it does have some drape. It's nice. This one has a kind of a nice drape. It's still a mid-weight denim. So when I say drape, don't think silk. But for a denim with this kind of weight, it does have a nice drape. So like a pair of like looser fit shorts will be great out of these. Getting into some darker indigo again. Sorry if I'm skipping over some, but some of them are kind of like piled on top of, and they're a little bit hard for me to get to without, again, like wrestling these rolls on camera. This is a really pretty non-stretch, lighter weight, 8 or 9 ounce. This one borders on a charcoal, but it is still indigo, and it has like the really kind of pretty slubby texture. This one is extra wide. Some of these are, I think, up to 66 inches wide. I think that's what this one is. Let me pull this out because this one is a little bit different than some. This one has a really, really dark navy look to it while also still having that depth with the indigo. Kind of see that and a little bit of a sheen. This one's really pretty. It's also a little heavier. And like I said, this is 66 inches wide. So 1 yard will go a long way on this guy because it's big. It's a big piece, but I love the texture. I love that kind of, it's something that, you know, at a distance, it looks really nice and really pretty, but the closer you get, the more you start to see kind of the depth and the interest that's there in the way they did the dyeing process and wove the denim and whatnot. Okay. This one is nice and hefty. This might be like a 14 ounce. This is a really, really heavy, nice, beautiful indigo denim. Let's see. This one, okay. This one's really nice. This one's soft. This one's so soft. This one actually has a lot of stuff. This is probably another one of my, yeah, this is going to be another one that has 20 to 25% stretch. Like I said, you're getting to skinny jeans and pull-on pants territory with some of these. And that is not a stretch amount that I see very often in denim. It is just hard to get. I search, I ask my vendors all the time. I ask for stretch denim, I ask for light wash denim, and light wash is, I mean, that is impossible to get right now. This is incredible. This is probably the most stretch out of all of them. It's a really, really pretty deep indigo. So like, I mean, if you're doing like a classic pair of jeans, you want a lot of stretch on, this is a great denim for you. 31594, when it goes on the site, you'll see it really, really pretty and great stretch on that one. I was actually pretty thrilled with this group. I love the variety of colors. This is like a warmer indigo, really pretty, not quite what I would call a coastal blue, but it does have a warmer cast to it. This one here is cool too. This is another one that has like that 25% stretch again. And this one's really kind of like a dark navy, again, with kind of that. Let's see if I can make sure you focus. You can kind of see the depth there. You can kind of see the way that the blue kind of comes through the dark navy. It's just a really pretty, interesting kind of two-tone look to it. This would really make a fun pair of pants. I like this a lot. And last couple, more of that really just pretty classic bright indigo, which I am absolutely here for. I love a good good basic indigo like this. I love like things like this. If it's just add a little bit of distressing to this, you can do a lot with it, and it's just really, really fun. I love classic indigo blue. And the last piece, very similar to that one, another just great indigo blue. This one's a little heavier. This might be 12 to 14 ounces. Again, great for like a jacket or something a little bit heavier. All right, that is everything for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down in the comments or shoot us an email at support@califabrics.com. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody.